me, we're going to do a verification on the hotel. All right, guys, let's talk about it. Welcome to this probably part one, part two, and part three of commercial field inspections or field inspection work. So I decided I'm going to do some live training, some real life examples training of people that have been asking or wondering about field inspection work. There are so many different types of field inspection jobs that you could be doing, that I wanted to cover some areas so that you know that the market is very much so unlimited. As you can see, I have something called a vest that you can put on. Do I wear this at all times? No, not all times. But should I? Yes, depending on what kind of inspection I'm doing or what site where I'm at. So I have developed some training guides that are probably going to be free, and then I will do a booklet that's going to be available, like a guide, an e-guide for you guys, that you'll be able to download as well. So first things off, I'm going to go through what kind of supplies you might need. As you can see, some glasses. I do have some construction glasses, depending on if I'm going on a construction site. All right. These are things you don't always use. These are your yardsticks, and I have various different sizes of yardsticks that I take with me. I carry these with me at all times. Does not mean that I'm going to be using them. It just means I have them with me just in case I need to take measurements. I always carry a selfie stick. This extends up because when you need to take pictures of the roof or a high top area, or you're doing scan. Always have a flashlight with me at all times. I usually carry a flashlight just in case it's dark, or I'm going in a dark area. As you can see, I had a tape measure as well. That tape measure. If you want to carry a badge to identify yourself, you certainly can carry a badge. Depending on which contractor I'm working with, is some of them provide the badge for you. You have to upload and send a picture. If you are an independent contractor, you're going to upload, send a picture, and they're going to develop the bag. And some of them send you this stuff. They ask you, do you need a vest? Do you have this? Say no, so that you can have extra supplies. They're covering a lot of that stuff when they're hiring you as a contractor. Another thing I have is this is my camera bag for inside homes when I'm doing inside. And this does a 360 scan. So this is a 360 scan. This is Astro Zoom, a 360 scan, that camera, but I use it for many other details that I do as well for inspections. So let's go through some inspections and how much money can you make? So that's always the magic question, is how much money can I make? How much money can I make? Honestly, the income is going to be up to you. It's going to depend on what kind of inspections you are doing, how much time you're dedicating. So for example, there are plenty of apps out there, plenty of apps that you can take $5, $10, $15, $20, right? And you can add those up and you can bulk them together. Obviously, you want to bulk them together in the same area, because if you're doing a $20 inspection, okay, and then you got to drive an hour and you got to pay $20 for gas, you just obviously paid for that, for your gas and your mileage already, and you just ate up the little bit of money that you made. So you're going to want to go for the higher paying inspections. However, that requires doing some work. Those inspections are not just take the pictures and walk away. A lot of times they have reports that are going to be due with them. And if you're not a report person that can, honestly, finish the report and submit the report generally within 72 hours of completing the inspection, then that might not be for you. The commercial inspections might not be for you. Even for vehicle inspections, accident inspections. So just for example, today I did hotel, the Marriott, the Residence Inn, hotels like that. So doing those inspections, after you get done, you're going to need to complete the report. You're going to need to schedule. You're going to need to talk to management. You're going to need to look at the repairs and the deferred maintenance, the rooms, all of those things. So that inspection may run you about 30 minutes, or so, give or take, depending on what you need to do. Generally, in your report, it's going to tell you how many pictures you need to take. And these companies will give you some training, depending on what company you're with. But most of them provide training. JMI reports, S2 inspections, they provide training. So you're going to need to know, okay, how many pictures minimum do I need? 12, 30, depending on the type of building. Okay, repairs and maintenance. Okay, I got to upload this report. I also need to compare some of the property that's in the area. What kind of area is it? So another thing I carry is a clipboard. So always carrying a clipboard for notes at the same time. So the inspections usually start at $85 and they go up. So if you know that you're going to be doing 4 inspections a day, 4 hours, dedicate 4 hours, and they're at $100 a piece, that's $400, right? However, you can consider your gas and your costs, but when I do the inspections, I'm always going to the same area. So I know I'm going to already do my map, and I'm going to say, hey, this is in the Pennsylvania area, and these are within 10, 15 minutes of each other. Can I schedule these back to back? And I'm knocking them out. That way the gas going up and from is already, it's going to be deductible in your expenses, and it's going to be a one-time shot. You're not going all over the place because you'll get tired, all right? And then you need to submit your reports afterwards. Within the app, I don't have my phone. Within the app, you're going to go in and you can upload and take your pictures when you're in the app and you're doing that, okay? As you're doing the inspection. Most of the apps do. And then they allow you to upload the report from your phone and take it onto a web-based application, and you can finish the report online. So you can easily, very much so. Another app is called We Go Look. So today, just for an example, they actually will call you when they know I take the higher end inspections. I don't generally will do $25 or I don't usually do all of that kind of stuff. I'll usually do $40, $45 and up, and I counter. So you can counter back. So just so you know, so if they call me and they say, hey, we have a cargo that needs some inspection, and it's probably about 20 miles from where you're at, can you go inspect this cargo that arrived damaged in the warehouse? Sure. What are you offering? They're offering $50. Okay, well, I'm going to already counter $65, whatever it is, because I want that, plus I want my gas. So counter if you're allowed to counter. Apps like Inspectify, that's another one that's a common. You'll do construction draw. What is a construction draw? That means the first increments, increments of where the construction company has done some work, and now the bank, they want to release some money so that they can continue doing the work. So those are ongoing. Especially if you get housing developments, you'll be able to get into those and maybe just let them know up front and say, hey, if any more houses in this development that's being built need to be done for inspection, you can certainly call me or put me down. And that right there secured you. You got 20 houses. Guess what? You now secured your construction draw. And those draws are generally usually about 85 and up for the ones that I've done, depending on the company that you've done. All right. So you're going to want to you need your phone. You need a Wi-Fi, reliable vehicle to get to and fro. They don't, generally they don't harass you and get after you. But so you really are an independent contractor. You're working independently, and you're going after these inspections. So businesses, business to business, I have government contracts, I have insurance, I have construction, I have vehicle accidents, verification, just verifying. You do that even with notary work. You're verifying documents, not even using your stamp. So these are all the ways you can make income, and this can be a full-time income if you plan it correctly. So we'll get into that into part 2, but this is part 1 of just letting you know, what do field inspections involve? How can I make and earn a high earning income by being a consistent field inspector? So find your niche, find which inspections you like to do the most, and then build on that. and you need to become reliable. That way, when they call on you, you're available, you complete the inspection, and most of them pay out within 30 days. You're either on the first, the 15th, the 30th, or it pays out the very same day. So that's part one of this field inspections. How much can I make? Stay tuned for the next one. If you watch this video to the end, I appreciate you. If you're interested in the guide, make sure you comment guide below, and I'll be sure to get you the free guide.